All right, now we're beached. As you can tell by my anchor that's sitting out, we're on the Spoil Island B for Brevard 35. A nice little island, mostly Australian pine trees, little sandy beach, some black mangroves and white mangroves back in there. Uh, this one doesn't have a picnic table and a regular fire ring, but people come here and have picnics and spend weekends and things. So this will keep us out of the wind. The wind is right through these trees. We're pretty much protected from the waves by the island over to our left, and over here off the point there's a bar that goes out a couple hundred feet, so that'll give us a little protection there. So it's supposed to blow up 15-20 tonight. It was that much this afternoon when we're coming down. So we should have a nice quiet anchorage, hopefully enough breeze to keep the mosquitoes off us, and then we're good. So here's another picture, whoops, I just fell in a hole. There's another view of the Bonnie Blue tied up here at the beach of Spoil Island. And that bridge right down there, if you can see it, that's the Cocoa Twin bridges, right up there, a couple miles away, a couple 3 miles away. All right, we're still here at anchor. That lets you see a little bit of what's left of the sunset out there. And actually, we're barely at anchor. I've got the anchor up on the shore, and we're just we're sitting in the bows like 5 feet off the little sandy beach right here on this the island. Starting to cook supper. Got my barbecue grill going here. Some nice chicken in there, gonna cook. Bonnie's down below, down there preparing.
Gonna make some rice, some Uncle Ben's garden vegetable rice, and I guess a salad we'll have.
Yeah, there we go.
And yeah, shouldn't be done too much longer, but the chicken's gonna take the longest.
Right, yeah. So where we're had the boat, you can see through the trees. We're getting just a little bit of a breeze through that hole in the trees. But I pulled the boat down here because as I swing around off to the right over here, this other little beach is where we first came in at. But you may not be able to see it, but there's little waves kind of wrapping around the island there and kind of hitting the boat sideways, so we were rocking a little bit. So we moved over here. We decided we'd rather have a little bit of wind than have the little waves rock us. And here's a fellow that came by a couple minutes ago to have a yak. He's out fishing for trout, and he saw us up here and thought we were in trouble and came by to make sure we were okay, because you know, sailboats don't go in 1 foot of water normally.
Fishing for trout?
But we do, yeah. We generally, in the evenings, go up and sit in the cockpit and enjoy the scenery. But it's a little cold. It's about 64 degrees and the wind's blowing 8 or 9 knots through the trees. So for us Floridians, that's kind of cold, so we prefer to stay down below. And we're going to read tonight. Bonnie's down here reading Sail magazine.
Yeah, I'll be asleep in 5 minutes.
And my Christmas gift, Patrick O'Brian, Desolation Island novel here. You know, the Master and Commander series. So that's about the 5th or 6th in this series. I don't know which one it is, but that's what I'll be starting to read. I've got my comfy little lounge set up here that I'll sit in. I like to sit back here when I read because I have the light right over my shoulder, as opposed to when I swing around here at the dinette. I don't have a light right over me, and it's a little bit hard to see for reading for very long. Here's the view out the hatch in the morning. It's now about 8 o'clock or so. We had a beautiful night. The boat felt like we were in an RV parked on land. It hardly moved at all, although there was wind on the other side of the island. I'll show you where we are. We haven't moved. Right up. So right over here are some trees. The little beach down right below. See our bows right there. And the Australian pine trees are blowing a little bit. It looks kind of wavy over there. So it looks like it's blowing a good 10 or 12 or more. So we'll have some interesting sailing when the time comes. Down below, we're just getting things going. Have the tea kettle on the stove. Get some coffee. Have our breakfast. We're not going any place in particular today, really, so we're not traveling. So there's no big rush. We're just going to go out and sail in the wind. And then we may just come right back here tonight, depending upon what the wind does. We've made our turn onto the ICW, rolled out about 2/3 of the Genoa. Now for a run like 15 miles down, pretty much all day. We may jibe back and forth a little bit, but pretty much all the way. We're doing 3.8 knots, which is plenty fast for where we're going. Behind us is the island that we just left. So we just pulled up the anchor, I let the boat drift back, pulled out a little bit, about 2 or 3 feet of Genoa, and floated over the 2-foot sections, and out here we are in the deeper water. Now we're in 11 feet. Moved the Genoa sheets outside the shrouds. We had them on the inside yesterday when we were beating in the wind, but we moved them out. And so there you go.
Okay, here's the beauty of sailing in a McGregor. We're sailing in 3.5 feet of water. We were at about 3.2 before. But this is what you buy a McGregor for, one of the reasons.
It's now about 12:30. We're just passing the power plant down here where there's a cooling canal actually that the manatees go and stay in. So there's a lot of manatees around there. We prepared a little cold cut platter. We're just going to eat lunch on the run. You know, pickles and carrots and celery and cheese and leftover chicken from last night's barbecue. We're coming alongside of the Kennedy Space Center in Canaveral. Over here to our starboard side. This building back here is the vehicle assembly building, which at one time was the largest building in the world as far as volume. There's supposed to be a launch tonight, I think a Delta something rocket, a Delta 4 maybe, that it has the booster rockets, so they're putting out warnings on the VHF offshore about that. So hopefully we'll have a good view of a launch tonight. We're still just kind of running down with just Genoa, about half out, 2/3 out. There's plenty of wind, maybe 15 and 20 knots of wind, pretty much white caps. We're going 3.5, 4, sometimes 4.5 knots, just like this, depending on how the wind is. Okay.
Addison Point Bridge, Addison Point Bridge. This is the northbound sailing sloop Bonnie Blue. Request a bridge opening, please.
This is Addison Point. When you're close enough, I can open.
Thank you for that comeback. We'll be on our way. Standing by on 9. Okay, this is the Addison Point Bridge that we just called for an opening, and we're just coming through now. Just wanted to take a quick glance of it. That's pretty cool.